step back from that just a little bit. Also, I'd love to just get the question to kind of put the failure in perspective of how you define success for yourself.
Wow. For me, I think success, frankly, I mean, this is a weird way to answer this. Success for me is being able to sleep well at night. Okay? And what I mean by that is this. Like, success isn't necessarily about metrics. It's not about amount of revenue a year. It's not about number of sales, number of clients, or growth, or all this. Although those are ways to gauge progress. That to me isn't success. Success is me being able to sit down at the end of the day and look back on what I did and the people that I served through my business and the stuff that I've done for folks, and look back at it and go, yeah, like I did a good job there. Like I did something good for people, you know? And I realize that it sounds a bit like, maybe it sounds like a cop-out. It's really not. I mean, that really is truly, to me, what success is. There are all sorts of yeah, it's interesting. I've really never thought about the difference between success and progress, but you have all these progress metrics, and I'll be disappointed in myself if I don't hit progress metrics, you know? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, at the end of this year, right, if I don't hit my revenue goals, my projections that I have mapped out, right, if I don't hit the type of client, the type of market that I set out in the beginning of the year, and I said, I'm going to expand into that market, and I'm going to hit these type of things, I'm going to get that size contract, that's going to be the next step up, and I don't hit that at the end of the thing, right, that's not a success or fail thing for me, right, because I don't look back on the year and go, I didn't hit my revenue mark exactly what it was, right, I was going to make $1 million this year, and I made 800,000, I'm a failure. That's not success, right? I look back on the year and I go, yeah, you know, I didn't hit that progress metric. Like, I didn't hit where I wanted to be, but you know what? Like, I served a lot of people and a lot of great work for people, and I made a lot of people really happy. And I was able to do really good work for people they were happy to pay me to do. If I can look back and say that, and say that I did it ethically, then, yeah, that's success.
So let's progress linearly from that. So failure, and you touched on it,
yeah,
would not be to
exactly
not hit your
right,
your
and this is exactly it, right? We think like success versus failure. Mm-hmm. That's not it, right? And that's what I think is really important, right? Because it's not like, oh my gosh, I didn't hit the revenue metrics, or oh my gosh, this business I didn't work out and I went bankrupt. That is not success, right? It's you look back and you go, I tried this, it didn't work, I hit the thing, I learned this thing. You're still successful, mm-hmm. right? If you didn't hit the progress you wanted to hit, mm-hmm. you didn't hit the metrics you wanted to hit, that's okay. That's not success. Mm-hmm. You know, success is looking back and going, yeah, I'm glad I did that. Mm-hmm. Yet all my moves that I took, I thought about, and I did with my heart, full on, as much as I poured myself into it, and I worked my ass off to do it, and I was successful. Even if you fail, right? I've had plenty of failures.
Yeah, you know. I mean, there's still always going to be many a mistake and a fail. Throughout that year, but to have that big failure at the end of the year, that correlation that we make between success and failure, I think it's key. And what you're talking about is taking the time to define and understand that correlation between the two.
It's really like achievement versus failure, mm-hmm. right? Like success and achievement are not the same. Like achievement is like achieving a metric. It's like hitting a number, hitting a mark.
Right.
And you can fail at that, and that's fine. But not hitting an achievement is not that isn't not being successful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
So it's interesting. If I could interrupt you for a second to tangent on that, how do you set your goals? How do we set our goals? Are we setting our goals in maybe a misguided way to, I guess, set ourselves up mentally to think that we fail? Like, are we setting our goals against that, we want our goal to be serving the clients properly, the mm-hmm. way that we actually define success? Or are we setting our goals based on those metrics? I mean, obviously you're going to have both, mm-hmm. but I'm trying to touch on the not philosophical, the psychological
Yeah.
aspect of it, which is so critical in entrepreneurship especially when you're new or when you're fledgling in a business because you really got to keep that motivation going.
Yeah. So goals are interesting, right? And goals as how they relate to success. And you sort of touched on it there. A goal might be serve my clients well, do the best work I can do. You know, really honestly do the best thing I could possibly do, and honestly try. You know what I mean? Not sit on my ass and like half-ass it. You know what I mean? Because then, you're a failure.
Yeah,
right? You fail at life. But we sort of we confuse that with revenue goals, which are really revenue metrics. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can say that's a goal. Like I want to hit that. My goal is to hit that, right? I think we gotta think about what each goal is. You know what I mean?